Let's just settle into our meditation posture. I've lost a couple of minutes, so I won't go through it in any great detail. But you know from this morning's meditation, and just make sure your pelvis is upright, hands in the meditation mudra. Check your spine, shoulders over the hips, the ears over the shoulders. Just land. You know, I've had reasonably an afternoon, a bit busy. Just made dinner, I've been running around. I've got things to do after, so I'm just needing to land right now while we do this meditation. Imagine your spine is a string of pearls of light stretching from the base of your spine all the way up through the crown of your head, and just feel as if you're lengthening. Head is slightly tipped forward, eyes are down. Relax the jaw, tip of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. And just relax the scalp, forehead, the eyes, the cheeks, the mouth. And the jaw. The back of the scalp, the ears, the inner ear. Relax the neck, the shoulders, and your back. And make sure you're not leaning on your chair. Let's try and hold ourselves up. And throat, chest, belly. Just relax them. Arms, hands, fingers, legs, and feet and toes. And just bring mind to the breath. Notice the sensation, slightly warm air as you're breathing in. Slightly cooler air as you're breathing in, slightly warm air as you're breathing out. I did the same thing this morning. And just notice if there are any sounds in your environment. You can just allow the sounds to be there. Try not to have your mind run off and investigate. And if there's any thoughts arising, if there's something left over from your day that's kind of intruding, just allow the thoughts to arise, abide, and fall. And just move on, a river of mental moments. Just breathing in and breathing out. Just bring to mind very briefly the people of your life, the ones you love, the ones you don't necessarily love. Perhaps they've harmed you. Maybe we would call them, that person's not my friend, or maybe not quite an enemy, but someone maybe you just would avoid. Then there's the strangers. Interesting thing about these categories of people is that they can change places at any time in your life. They're all the same as us in their wish to avoid suffering, constantly encountering it. They wish to be happy, constantly not finding it, and have this incredible potential as we all do. So just for a moment, go back to this morning. Let's try and track our day. What were you doing when you got up? And if there's something that hooks you on the way, like is there something you snag your jumper on, like was there a bit of rough speech? Did I have a negative thought towards myself? Just take yourself through your day. Did I swear at someone in the traffic? Did I accidentally kill an ant? Now you're at lunchtime. Over the hump and into the afternoon. And what happened between lunch and dinner and now. So just think for a moment. We're going to do this meditation. Purify some of our negative karma for all the people in our life, for all sentient beings, and for ourselves, so we can continue on this path of being of benefit to others without obstacles and without suffering. So we are now working a little bit on regret. First, the 4 opponent powers, and just think, regret from the depths of my heart, anything I've done to harm any being. So if there was something that you snagged your jumper on the way, in that going back over the day, just bring it to mind. If there was an incident, something happened today. Maybe you gossiped about someone. Just regret from the depths of my heart. And the reason we're regretting is based on the logic of karma. We experience everything due to our past karma, our past actions. Having harmed others, we will necessarily experience suffering in the future. And we know from our present suffering that it's probably something we don't want. So the logic is therefore to remove the karmic seeds before they ripen into future suffering. And think, I regret from the depths of my heart having harmed others with my body and my speech and broken my vows. So if we do have Bodhisattva tantric vows, Pratamoksha vows, I have my nun's vows. So if you feel that any of these have been degenerated, either willingly or unwillingly, knowingly, unknowingly, then just regret. It's actually safer to err on the side of caution. Then think, what can I do about it? Whom can I turn to? And here we come, the power of reliance. And the first little section is refuge. So we turn to rely upon the Buddha, the doctor, who has the methods we can use to purify. And it's not that we need the Buddha to forgive us. We purify ourselves by relying upon his methods. So visualize Guru Vajrasattva above the crown of your head. And you can also imagine, if you have a teacher, a Lama, or a trusted mentor, you can imagine this is the mind of this person manifesting in this aspect for your benefit. He is made of radiant, blissful white light, sitting in a cross-legged position on a lotus. It's this beautiful, radiant, youthful face, lotus-like eyes, and they're peaceful and full of love for you and all sentient beings, the people of your life. He has no judgmental thoughts towards you or any others, just accepts you as you are, meets you where you're at. Completely, unconditionally loves you. It's a sweet red mouth. His hair is held up in a top knot. It's black. He has arms across at his heart, the left underneath the right. The left is holding a bell representing wisdom. The right is holding a Vajra, which represents the indestructibility of compassion. They're being crossed, represents the union of these two, which symbolizes enlightenment itself, the development of infinite wisdom and infinite compassion. To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Sangha, I go for refuge until I'm enlightened. By this practice of meditating on Guru Vajrasattva, may I reach Buddhahood so as to benefit all sentient beings. So this other little section on compassion, developing compassion, we need to rely on other beings to develop compassion. So first of all, think about the ones we've harmed. And try and develop some compassion for them. And the ones who've harmed us. The logic for this is that these ones, the ones who've harmed us, are going to experience suffering in the future based on the harm they've caused us. So we feel compassion towards them. for their future suffering. Next is the power of the remedy. It's actual medicine, the doing of the practice of purification. And the first is the purification of the body. So imagine Guru Vajrasattva sending powerful white nectar quite forcefully. If you like the idea of Niagara Falls, kind of forceful, you can imagine you're sitting in the bottom of it, and Niagara Falls is this blissful nectar falling on you, pushing out all of your negativities, filling you completely, pushing out all the negativities of your body with out of the lower orifices of your body in the form of inky liquid, which disappears into space, inky black liquid, as we recite the mantra. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dira Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasiti Mempi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Guruhum Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Aham Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dira Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasiti Mempi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Guruhum Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Aham Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dira Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasiti Mempi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Guruhum Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Aham Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dira Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasiti Mempi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Guruhum Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Aham Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dira Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasiti Mempi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Guruhum Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Aham Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dira Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasiti Mempi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Guruhum Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Aham Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dira Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasiti Mempi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Guruhum Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Aham Pe. So be delighted that all the harm you've ever done to any sentient being with your body is completely purified, and think that there is no way you could do anything but be of benefit to others now with your body. Again, purification of the speech. So again, Guru Vajrasattva very happily sends powerful nectar from his heart chakra, and it arcs around and enters forcefully into your crown, into you through your crown chakra. And it fills you, except this time kind of pushes up to the top of your body, all the negativities of your speech, and it forces up to the top, and it overflows and disappears into space, not one atom left, all this kind of dirt and muck from the negativities of our speech. So imagine all the gossip and the harsh speech and the useless speech and the lying and the talking badly about others behind their backs. All this is purified by this powerful nectar filling you as we recite the mantra. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dira Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasiti Mempi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sutame Sitam Shriyam Guruhum Ho Bhagavan Sawa Tata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Aham Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dira Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mepi Yatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe Vajrasapa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasapa Dina Patita Dita Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Membe Yatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Sitam Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe Vajrasapa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasapa Dina Patita Dita Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mempe Yatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Siddham Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe Vajrasapa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasapa Dina Patita Dita Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mempe Yatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Siddham Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe Vajrasapa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasapa Dina Patita Dita Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mempe Yatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Siddham Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe Vajrasapa Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasapa Dina Patita Dita Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mempe Yatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Siddham Shriyam Kuruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe. So again, feel so happy that your speech is now completely purified, and imagine that it's not possible to do anything other than be of benefit to others now with your speech. The next is a purification of the mind. And imagine Guru Vajrasattva very compassionately sending powerful beams of light this time from his heart chakra. And it arcs around and enters into your body through your crown. Except this time, the minute the light hits your heart, it instantly dispels the negativity of your mind. The darkness of the negativity of your mind is dispelled instantly. The light hits your heart. So all the attachment and the neediness, anxiety, anger, depression, bitterness, jealousy, grudges, all of these things instantly dispelled. Not one atom left as you recite the mantra. Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dita Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Membe Yatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Siddham Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dita Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Membe Yatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Siddham Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dita Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mempe Yatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Siddham Shriyam Guruhum Ha 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 Ho Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dita Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta Mebawa Sawasidi Mempe Yatsa Sawa Kama Sitame Siddham Shriyam Guruhum Ha Ha Ho Bhagawan Sawatata Gata Vajramame Mutsa Vajrabawa Mahasamaya Sattva Ahum Pe Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya Vajrasattva Dina Patita Dita Mebawa Sutokaya Mebawa Supakaya Mebawa Anarakta me bawa sawa sidi me be yata sawa kama sita me sitam shriyam guruhum ha ho bhagavan sawa tata gata vajra mame mutsa vajra bawa mahazamaya satva ahum pe Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita Dira me bawa sutokaya me bawa supokaya me bawa Anarakta me bawa sawa sidi me be yata sawa kama sita me sitam shriyam guruhum ha ho bhagavan Sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajra bala mahasamaya satva ahum pe. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita. Dida mebawa sutokaya mebawa supakaya mebawa. Anarakta mebawa sawa siti mepe yata sawa kama sita me. Sitam shriyam guruhum ha ho bhagavan. Sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajra bala mahasamaya satva ahum pe. So again, be delighted that all your delusions, which are the cause of our suffering and why we harm others, with our body, with our speech, ourselves, with our mind, are totally gone and purified. And think there is no space in your heart now except for love, wisdom, compassion, kindness. The next is the purification of the imprints of negativity of the mind. So this time, imagine that Guru Vajrasattva is sending light and nectar simultaneously. Or if you're feeling extra enthusiastic, you could imagine the previous 3 visualizations of the body, speech, and mind. And if that's too much, you can just stick to light and nectar, just flowing from Guru Vajrasattva's heart into your body through the crown of your head. And as it hits the heart, imagine it completely eradicates the subtlest imprints of negative energy from your mind. Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita Dida mebawa sutokaya mebawa supakaya mebawa Narakta mebawa sawasidi mebe yata sawa kama sita me Siddham shriyam guruhum ha ho bhagavan Sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajrabawa mahasamaya satva ahum pe Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita Dida mebawa sutokaya mebawa supakaya mebawa Anarakta me bawa sawa sidi me be yata sawa kama sita me Siddham shriyam guruhum ha ho bhagavan Sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajra bawa mahasamaya satva ahum pe Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita Dida me bawa sutokaya me bawa supakaya me bawa Anarakta me bawa sawa sidi me be yata sawa kama sita me Siddham shriyam guruhum ha ho bhagavan Sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajra bawa mahasamaya satva ahum pe Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita Dida me bawa sutokaya me bawa supakaya me bawa Anarakta me bawa sawa sidi me be yata sawa kama sita me Siddham shriyam guruhum ha ho bhagavan Sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajra bawa mahasamaya satva ahum pe Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita Dida me bawa sutokaya me bawa supakaya me bawa Anarakta me bawa sawa sidi me be yata sawa kama sita me Siddham shriyam guruhum ha ho bhagavan Sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajra bawa mahasamaya satva ahum pe Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita Dida me bawa sutokaya me bawa supakaya me bawa Anarakta me bawa sawa sidi me be yata sawa kama sita me Siddham shriyam guruhum ha ho bhagavan Sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajra bawa mahasamaya satva ahum pe Vajrasattva samaya manupalaya Vajrasattva dina patita Dida me bawa sutokaya me bawa supakaya me bawa Anarakta me bawa sawa sidi me be yata sawa kama sita me Siddham shriyam guruhum ha ho bhagavan Sawa tata gata vajramame mutsa vajra bawa mahasamaya satva ahum pe. Now feel completely purified, not one atom of negativity left in your mind stream. Even the subtlest obscurations to omniscience have been removed. The next is the power of resolve and the 4th step in the purification process. And it's a really crucial step, this one. So this is determination to try and not harm again with our body and our speech and our mind. Without this determination, we're just going to keep doing the same old things. We just have such strong habits. So we make a decision, just flick a switch. Decide. Think of something that you'd like to work on. Aspire to refrain from doing it. And then in terms of time, something that's manageable. 30 seconds. 5 minutes. You just say, oh, I won't do this while I'm asleep at night. Whatever's manageable. And gradually you'll build strength. It's kind of like you'll build, it's almost like moral muscle. Ethical muscle, not to harm. So to conclude, Guru Vajrasattva's, imagine, delighted with us and wanting to merge with your mind, he melts into light, white light, and absorbs into you through your crown. You think, my Guru's body, speech, and mind, Vajrasattva's body, speech, and mind, and my own body, speech, and mind, the same thing. Union, oneness. LAMA YESHE used to call it union, oneness. So Lama Zopa Rinpoche recommends now meditating on the emptiness of 3 circles. In emptiness, there is no I, the creator of negative karma. There is no action of creating negative karma. And there is no negative karma created. So just place your mind in that emptiness for a little while. So you can think of perhaps you could think of all phenomena as being empty, not existing from their own side. Or you could think of things as being dependent arisings, causes and conditions. You can think of our bodies, the way we're constructed, the way our eyes are constructed, the way we're socialized, all impacts on how we view the world. And just to sort of recognize that our view of the world may not necessarily be the way it actually is. So we start to question what we think is real. So let's just dedicate all the merit, the positive energy you've created this evening by doing this purification to all living beings, the people of your life. Maybe someone who's dying, someone you know who's suffering, anyone who needs your prayers. And think, may all the virtuous karma I've created from doing this practice ripen as my enlightenment, for the sake of sentient beings, as quickly as possible. Says, holiness is long life prayer, the wish-granting, wish-fulfilling jewel, source of every single benefit and happiness in this world. To the incomparably kind Tenzin Gyatso I beseech, may all your holy wishes be spontaneously fulfilled. And for Lama Zopa Rinpoche, you uphold the subduer's moral way, who serves as the bountiful bearer of all, sustaining, preserving, and spreading Majana's victorious doctrine, who masterfully accomplished magnificent prayers, honoring the 3 jewels, savor of myself and others, your disciples, please live long. And then for Lama Ursel, Venerable One, to you whose kindness exceeds that of all the conquerors, for those wanderers in far-off places, especially the West, mindful of your loving concern for us and intentionally descending again into a family of a far distant land, we make this request, O Lama, please live long. And the Vageshi Sherab, beloved teacher leading your students toward wisdom and compassion, explaining through exacting discernment the steps of the graduated path, you are the unequaled guide. Please live a long and stable life. Well done, everyone. Thank you so much. Thank you, Elizabeth.